Alright.
So.
Let's see if that works. Alright. I'll be heading down to Slimer real quick.
Big notification about it. Alrighty, there you are.
You annoying piece of shit.
Now we'll share it on Twitter.
I found Ray.
Hello,
No, that's Peter.
Twitter.
Yes.
We're gonna share it on Facebook.
No, it didn't just stop working, and it doesn't just need toner. It literally exploded after it screamed obscenities at me.
There.
No, I don't think the nature of our business
Now I'm gonna
has anything at all to
copy
do
the
with whether or
link.
not you want your product line.
We're gonna make a post for my YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I put your
So
name
what
down
you're
in
telling
there.
me is that none of your other copies that you sold throughout
Yeah, let me turn down a little bit of the audio from like the dialogue a little bit.
Stop streaming pictures. Where's the Ghostbusters there? We're gonna put.
There's Winston doing something with the computer.
very hard to believe.
Oh shit.
Well, it's a great read, but nothing about that.
And post.
I know
There we
that
go.
symbol.
So we get some.
How?
It shows
People
up
join us
sometimes in
right
Sumerian
from
ritual
there.
magic. There's a statue on
see
the
Ray,
museum that features it.
and I see
What does
Egon.
it represent?
Just a
Winston's in the
symbol.
back,
It
Peter's
signifies a
downstairs
path
on the
to
couch,
obtain
asleep.
great power. Most of my colleagues assume it's an old constellation.
No
There's
constellation
Winston.
I ever saw.
What's that?
Yeah.
I used to tell.
What's that chick's
portions
name? I
of
don't
the
remember.
Is that
Elisa,
right? Did you wear a
Elisa Slane.
No, man. A red
Or
velvet
Stallone,
cape
or
with
Stallone.
moons,
At least-
flesh.
Alyssa
Get
is
this.
her name.
The codex does indicate there is some kind of feeder system required
Lisa.
to channel energy to a destructive form.
A destructive form, like Stay Puft.
So yeah,
It's
Blake,
entirely possible that
you
system
went to see the
is
movie too, right?
connected.
It's possible.
Yes,
I
I
went to see the
did.
movie
There's
last
area statue
Thursday.
at the museum is
Yeah, you seen it
unknown.
last Thursday. I saw it today. I couldn't go because I worked, so it sucked. So I was able to see it today, and I was actually pretty
They control
surprised.
Shandor's remaining estate and holdings. Evo is a big collector
See,
of
like, you know,
museum
like,
and
what was it, like,
By evil
seeing them
Shandor,
as
the architect, you
the
mean
younger
evil
version
Shandor,
themselves,
the
like, you know, like,
genocidal maniac, right?
That's
Egon's
what I was
daughter is, like,
researching when Gozer
is
attacked me.
him.
Shandor's
The kid with that
architecture firm was
scooter is
involved in a number of
Ray.
projects around town in the late early 1900s.
You can't tell me they look like younger versions. That's the kids, like, look like them, like younger.
Antenna that drew Gozer to our
She,
world.
the little actress, McKenna.
Nice view of the park.
I
though.
can't remember her name.
Yes.
But
Let me
yeah.
pull it
Also
up
did
because
some
that way we know.
renovations on existing
Yes,
buildings and
McKenna.
She-
works. There was
Uh,
controversy.
she looks just like him,
A lot of
dude.
people thought the
She
work was
did.
impressive.
That was throwing me off.
She
Only
looks like-
seeing-
Did some renovations
She
to the
acts like him.
public library building on Fifth.
yeah,
Right.
it threw me off, to be honest.
Natural history.
We
Recent
have
visitations, specific localized
McKenna
paranormal
Grace
activity,
plays Phoebe.
singing Vikings.
Phoebe, that's her name.
Connected to Shandor.
Yeah, she
Trevor
is the
was-
granddaughter of Egon.
Egon Spengler.
Trevor is played by Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things.
I knew that
That's
was
her-
as soon as I
her
heard
brother?
Wolf. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm surprised they put two characters from Stranger Things, and I was like, this is going to be awesome.
Yes, which he's an amazing actor. I love what they did with him too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mom, Carrie Coon, plays Callie.
Ugh.
Our new boss called again.
You know, like the mom at all.
Nah, cause she never told her daughter and her son that was Egon at all. I'm like, you're trying to hide a secret that they're trying to understand, but then again, when you look at it, it's like I know you're trying to hide your past, but you gotta to tell them this. You
Well, she
just-
wasn't included on the things either. I mean, without any spoilers, she didn't know much about her dad either.
right. Other than
And whatever she
her-
remembered about her dad was not good, so she really didn't want to. So she wasn't even mourning that her dad was dead.
right? You could tell that Phoebe was more hit by it, even though she didn't know him that much. But
This is not a spoiler because the actor that plays Egon,
Harold Ramis passed
Harold
away.
Ramis, he's actually
Yes.
dead, so he can't be in the movie. So
No,
you
so
know.
they had to do like a CGI version of him, which is understandable.
Spoilers.
Sorry,
Don't get into spoilers. Yeah.
I'm not saying what part though. I just remember this scene.
Here's
So I
one
remember,
second. Yeah.
yeah,
Big spoilers.
there was a
So
lot. I
basically, the
mean,
movie takes up after 30 years after the Ghostbusters 2. There hasn't been any more Ghost or Ghostbusters team getting any Ghostbusters because they were the way they explained it is they were so good at their job
We should warn the mayor.
that there's no more
I
ghosts.
don't know. He's likely
Right.
to just sick peck on us even more.
So we haven't had a ghost sighting in 30 years, and that's Paul Rudd's character, Gary.
It's where I
What's
need
his
to be
name?
too.
Last name?
Gary.
You sure make work
Something.
fun for me. Is business casual okay? I don't have a tux.
I think Gooberson, Mr. Gooberson,
Mr. Gooberson.
teacher on the school. Yeah, Gooberson. That which I thought that name was. It fits him, dude. He's Paul Rudd, dude.
It literally stuck with the guy.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Gooberson. It is hilarious, and
Right.
that's the main characters, right? All of them, except for Podcast, which is Logan Kim. He plays a little kid that goes to McKenna's or Phoebe's school. And they become
Podcast.
friends. His podcast, yeah, he's always recording everything. He's trying, get information from everybody. Runs around with a microphone recording stuff. Reminds me so much of Ray. The way
He
Ray
did.
was.
That's why I'm saying the
original.
kids. Yeah, they're trying to pull up the original in the younger versions. Which I
So,
thought that
You
that
know.
kind of thought not as thought, but that kind of well.
And then they have the Trevor, which is Phoebe's brother. Maybe that would be maybe like a Bill Murray, but he's
Yeah.
not really funny or nothing. But
No,
will
he
be
was
that
more like a
character.
smart ass. Is what is more like it. And they had Ernie
and
Hudson's
then Lucky,
character.
which is the black chick. Oh, who?
Ernie Hudson was basically Lucky. That was her. So they
Yeah,
tried
Lucky,
to,
the black girl that works in the diner. Maybe we can put Ernie Hudson. Not because the color of the skin or nothing, but it's the one that he just gets in there just because she needs to do something or something. Just
Right.
not interested in what's going on. If you remember the original Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson's, Winston, he just needs a job. That's all he cares. He needs a job, insurance. He said, "You give me a good paycheck, and I believe whatever you tell me." So it's pretty like that. So.
right.
But did you stay until the end? Because there's an extra scene.
Yes, I
in the middle.
stayed till the end.
Because you have to stay until the entire end. There's an extra scene. I missed that at the theaters because I was trying to get out of there. I did see the mid credit scene, but I missed the last one. But I know what it's about. I read it, and don't make the same mistake I did. Stay at the theaters till the end.
Right. It was awesome seeing another character from another movie that was in there too.
Yeah, you have actually. I was surprised because we already know that everybody's coming back from the original cast, and that Sigourney Weaver was going to be in it. So she's a little bit. She's had like a small role, and then of course Annie Potts, which she plays Janine Melnitz. She's
Thanks,
the secretary of
Janine.
the original Ghostbusters. Janine is there, and her and what's his name?
Eon.
Egon. Yeah, her and Egon always had something going on, so they played that in the movie too.
Mm-hmm.
She said, it's on the trailer, just friends, but yeah,
Right.
not really.
I'm a big fan. I even had
But overall, I love the movie. I think it was a good sequel, or third sequel.
Right.
Because if you count Ghostbusters 2, this will be the third movie in the franchise. Had nothing to do with the female Ghostbusters at all. That's a different universe, different thing. So I was glad about that. I didn't think the female Ghostbuster was a bad movie. I just thought it was a bad Ghostbusters movie.
I think it was just overall just bad because I think they just tried to
Don't you worry.
redo the old two from '84 and '89, and I
Yeah,
just didn't
and they
work that
took
well.
a dump on the freaking Ghostbusters team and everything. I mean, you get the original Ghostbusters people to come back to your movie, and then you just put them sidelined like that, or they're not even. They should have used them as the original Ghostbusters,
Right.
So, and everybody signed in to get in, and it was, I don't know. I was surprised that Bill Murray even came back for this one because
I was
he's
surprised too.
done.
Both all three of them, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Ray is always gonna be there. You know, Dan Aykroyd is passionate about that. Him and Harold Ramis kind of sit down.
Mhm.
He helped Harold Ramis to write the original script.
Right.
And then on an interview I was watching, this Afterlife movie is a little bit based on what Harold Ramis wanted to do if he was still alive. So he kind of, uh, honor the ideas that Egon or Harold Ramis had for this movie. I didn't
Right.
like the storyline a little bit because I didn't agree. I thought they were taking a big uh, poop on Egon's legacy, the way they
Mhm.
explain why they're not together anymore. I did not like that. It didn't sound like Ray was something Ray would do. It don't sound like something Egon would do, but he's dead, so let's go with that.
Right.
That's why I took a few points off the movie when I reviewed it because I wasn't happy with the explanation of why, 30 years later.
Right.
I thought it was like a cop out. Um,
This
I
is
don't
almost
know.
like a handout you're trying to say almost. Try to say, oh, hey, here's this guy, even though he's passed away, Harold Ramis, which and all the people were kind of starstruck and actually kind of shocked to hear that he passed away. And
Oh yeah.
that hit a lot of people, man. Because you can't do a Ghostbusters movie without him. You literally can't.
Yeah. And then also Bill Murray was really good friends with him.
I think they were all good friends, to be
Like, in the
honest.
past, they were well, yeah, but with him and Bill Murray, they kind of had a fight or something. They haven't seen each other in like years and years and years, and then finally Bill Murray found out he was sick. He
Right. I
tried
did hear.
his best to go see him. He
Yeah.
found his house. He asked the police to take him there because he didn't know what the address was, and nothing. Went see him, and the next day he
Right.
died. So
Yeah, because I
No,
did hear
that's kinda
something
hurt.
about that.
so it was very unfortunate, But at least he got to spend the whole day with him,
Yep.
make him happy, and then he died. So.
Right.
But yeah, of course, the CGI in the movie was amazing. I think it was
Yeah.
great.
I
It
think
was
the
very
CGI
fun. They
was
did the practical
really
and
great.
yeah, they kept it with the tone of what the originals were too.
Right? I just like how the seeing Ecto 1 again, even though that everyone was more
Yes.
afraid, like seeing like, okay, what happened to the Ghostbuster car? What happened to Ecto 1? Did he scrap the whole thing? Did he get rid of it? And when you see his
Trevor?
Trevor, who basically took the tarp up, he was working on
Discovers the
it.
car.
Yeah, discovers the car. He was trying to fix it.
Yeah, he said it's a Cadillac. I mean, it's an original car. He didn't know what the heck it was. He just wanted a car to drive. He's bored. He's in the middle of nowhere.
Right, but then again, he's only like what? He lied about being 17.
Yeah, he was 15.
I'm like, bro. I'm like looking at him, I'm like seeing that. I'm like, you're no way you're 17.
Which she kind of lucky when she was trying to take his application to work in the diner. She kind of knew he was bullcrapping, but she went
Yeah,
along
she
with it.
knew instantly, dude.
So, and also the thing that I like, they kept the theme songs
Mhm.
or the soundtrack for the original movie. They played it well in this one because they brought back all the different songs.
Yeah,
from the original movies.
all the original songs from the movie, which I
The score
thought
is
was
the same one.
the score has been the same. Don't change what you can't fix.
And of course they added a little more, up to date music there too. But
Right?
when you hear the theme song from the librarian on the first movie, you hear that. You hear the first time they go into in the original. I'm talking the original.
Yes.
When they
I
go
heard-
into the firehouse, you got a
Yeah.
different theme song. When they go to Ghostbusting, they got a different theme song. All that comes back in this movie. I like it.
Mhm.
And then they bring it a lot from the movies, from the original movies too. They bring it a lot
Right.
in, which we're not gonna spoil it, but you see some in the trailer though.
This is funny because I like how oh god. The scene
You see
in
the terror dogs in there.
yeah. We brought them back. I think what Gatekeeper and Keymaster, I think they were.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing them
No, they
again.
did something. They did something I was surprised too. They didn't have Slimer on, but they have another one. It's called Muncher.
I kind of like that, and then even though they
I
kind of
liked them.
I like them. Some people say,
know.
"Oh, Simon was is still one of the best OG characters around," but it's like you gotta realize too, like, how are you gonna get him in
I don't want
there?
to repeat everything. Right.
wanna keep
We don't know what
repeating
happened to him either. They trapped him. He was on a trap, so we don't know what they did with all these ghosts that they trapped.
They probably got rid of him. Cause remember that truck
Yeah,
they had
but-
in the firehouse?
Mm-hmm.
That truck was
But
probably
on the first
still-
movie got
Yeah,
the first movie got unleashed. They got him. They call him back. But what happens, to the oldest ghosts?
hmm
Because if you pay attention, there's one in the trailer that is in the movie, the new movie. The guy sitting at the diner ordering coffee.
hmm
If you see it, it's the same one that is driving the taxi on the original movie.
I remember that.
It's the same ghost looking like a skeleton,
Like a miner.
more like a zombie, but it is a miner, yeah. In the movie, on this movie, but the original was he was a taxi driver, but it's the same ghost.
Mm.
And then of course you got Slimer eats food all the time, and then
Muncher.
Muncher eats metal.
Yeah, because Muncher eats metal. What really got me was the RC trap, which kind of confused me a little bit more. Like,
I love that. I don't remember where that came from. I don't know if that was podcast's idea or it was Egon's all along when back then when he was inventing all these traps and
I
stuff.
think it was Egon, to be honest, when he,
So
when he left.
I don't know, but it was amazing to see the little RC car carrying the trap. So
Right? And seeing her fire out the proton pack, that was the best thing. Hearing that thing click on again. Like, yeah,
I thought she was gonna go flying the first time.
That's what I
she
thought. I think
turned around.
everyone thought that, to be honest.
She should have, fell flat on
Hearing
her ass, but she
broadcasters going like, "You didn't hit it. You basically destroyed it. There's nothing even left."
didn't. It was funny, dude. Yes, Deonta, haha. We're reviewing Ghostbusters. Have you seen it? Well, then you suck.
I mean, it's great to see different types, but it was great to see her bringing that trap into school, and the teacher was wondering like, "What is that? Some kind of relic?" Yeah, maybe.
Yes. So, but yeah, without spoiling too much, I mean, I think the story was well done. I think it was a little rush at the end.
I think it was
I
super.
think they had, let's wrap it up and get this shit done. The ultimate baddie, I think he was inconsistent the way they defeated the bad guy. I can't tell you why, but it was like, okay.
Right.
I don't know. That's why I got a few issues with the movie a little bit, because even though it was an amazing movie, it's got its flaws, and I
I
know
mean, there
what
were
people.
some flaws in it. A lot of people don't realize it too.
And then you got these kids who don't know anything about anything, technology 30 years ago, but they know how to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, how did you learn how to do this? I mean, but I can overlook that. It was just Ghostbusters.
Right.
And I love that they brought the sidecar.
Yeah.
The side chair, whatever, on the Ecton one, because that's what's a feature just on the game. I mean, on the toys. And I don't know if it was on the cartoons or not, but it was never in the movies.
I don't think it may have been on the cartoon. We just never saw it.
Not sure, but it was a feature of the toys, of the 80s toys and 90s toys. So
I remember
bring it in the movie. It was fun, dude.
That was great. Seeing that. I would love to see the Super Slammer again. Yeah, on the car.
But and I don't think they brought anything from the second movie at all. I don't think there was anything from
I
the
mean, the only
second
thing that
movie.
broke from the first one was the safe of Marshmallow Man. That was only
Well,
it.
that's one. Yeah, for the first one. Yeah, they got the little marshmallows at the store.
Yeah, at the Walmart
But from
up in
Ghostbusters
summer.
2, I don't think there was anything included
I
from
don't.
there. I think everything was reference to the first one.
I think it was just all references, trying to see, like, just tie in the first one, having in the first one,
Hmm.
and her just seeing, Phoebe, her just seeing her uncle and everything else. So I say, like, her dad. You can tell that you can see in the movie that it kind of basically almost brought her to tears.
Oh, the
To see,
grandfather.
yeah.
Well, we're getting into spoiler stuff too. But
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That last couple of scenes, it's really emotional.
Yeah, it does get emotional a lot.
And
You
I
can,
imagine it was emotional for them too. Because
I mean, yeah, you could tell in like race, right?
losing a Ghostbuster is.
Yeah, losing a really good friend like that, you can tell like they didn't want to do this at all. They did not want to do it.
And think about it, we'll never have a full Ghostbusters team ever again because one of them is dead. The
Right? I'm
closest
all
you have is this movie I mean, the game that you're playing is the closest to a sequel with all the original team.
right.
I just hate when companies wait this long, like they did with Star Wars. You wait too long until all the main characters are old, they don't want to do it, or they don't look good doing it, and it's not the same
Right.
making a movie without them, like they did with the Star Wars. Make a movie without Star Wars people. Well, you have them there, but they're just there. That's pretty much what
Mhm.
it is. So
It was just funny.
that's
There
why.
was
Go
say
ahead.
there were some funny moments in the movie. Kind of where like
Oh, the movie was funny all the way through. I mean, there was some jokes I was laughing out loud. Some others were like, okay, haha, whatever. But some of them I was just laughing, dude.
right. I'm just glad there wasn't no joke for the wonton shit.
Oh my god, wonton jokes
Mhm.
and freaking female parts, farts. I'm like, oh my god, really, dude? Are you gonna make a
Mhm.
joke about Woody Tat farts? I mean, come on, dude. That movie. And they didn't disrespect anybody in this Ghostbusters movie.
No,
Female,
they did
male,
not.
female,
No.
anybody plays the way they. Nobody's dumb as shit just because you're a certain gender
Mhm.
or whatever, and everybody just plays fine.
Right.
The acting for me was great.
I liked the acting. It was really good. Stuck
Hmm.
true.
Paul Rudd is hilarious. Sometimes Paul Rudd, I thought he was trying to play kind of like, what's his name? Rick Moranis on the original.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh God. Oh God. I can't remember. Hmm.
Totally. I don't know. I can't remember, but
He's saying.
kind of like I think that role would have been wrote for Rick Moranis, and of course
Mhm.
he's not acting, so they got Paul Rudd, but they changed it because it's Paul Rudd. It's a different person. But some parts I'm
Right.
like, hey, it sounds like Rick Moranis would something like he would do. Especially like you see in the trailer, getting chased by the dog.
Mhm.
That's what happened to Rick Moranis in the original. So
Right.
yes, so it's hilarious coming out of Walmart with a dog chasing him. Yes, you
Yes.
see the Marshmallow Mans?
Little mini
You
me's.
see it on the trailer, the little minis. Oh man, you need to watch. They were hilarious.
There you go.
Just watch it, man. It takes a couple of minutes.
Hi, honey. How was your day?
But yeah, it was fun.
It was
And it looks
fun.
like if it's doing very well at the movies, and it looks like it might be a sequel too,
Right.
because it stays kind of open to have sequels if the company wants it. And also, if you see the Ghost Core logo comes out at the beginning of the movie, which is this company's in charge of anything Ghostbuster stuff. And when they get involved, they make a franchise out of it. So I think we might be getting more if it's TV show, cartoons.
I would do like a
video games. I don't know,
TV.
something.
I would do like a number game, to be honest. That, you know, where you play as the kids. You can play as all four of them.
I would do a movie
Movie would be
with the
great.
kids back.
Yes,
And now
those
they're a little
four.
older because this movie's been in production for like 4 years now.
Right.
So the kids are older now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe them trying to learn, they move to. Hopefully they can get the firehouse or whatever they're gonna end up, and then start training, training the new Ghostbusters.
Right.
Because we haven't seen any on the second movie, the Vigo, the guy in the portrait. He was not
Yes.
in the movie at all. So maybe maybe he gets to come back or other ones. I mean, new badass, new baddies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like you're playing now, you're fighting what revolutionary people,
Civil War.
Civil War people. Fighting that they don't have to be from the original movie. That's why also on this one they stayed in the context of the first movie instead of making a whole new story. It's a new story, but based on the events on the first movie.
Right.
So originality was not 100% there.
Nah. Was not.
But it worked. It worked. It's the Ghostbusters. It worked the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Put the trap down. Put the trap down. Medic. Medic. Where's he at? Here. You going? Alrighty. I'll see you later.
Gotta go do the work thing.
Yeah. Have fun. Sorry. I'm sorry. Gotta go to work. I'll see you Thursday. Oh, Thanksgiving. You coming to eat, Deonta? We got a big dinner going on. Alrighty, I'll sell you a plate. But yeah, I had a Sunday, my first Thanksgiving dinner with one side of the family. Now Thursday's gonna be this side of the family. So far I'm gonna have 2 Thanksgiving dinner, and then for Christmas probably gonna have 3. So yeah.
Where's
But yeah, Blake, I know you told me, but overall, from 1 out of 10, or 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, what's the rating that you give it out of 10?
Maybe for me, I mean, in my point of view, it could have been done a little bit better, not to try to be mean. That way, it wasn't like, trying to write off Harold Ramis, as it did a little bit, but, for me, as a standpoint, maybe like an 8 out of 10. I mean, they kept original to the first one, in my opinion. Trying to show you, like, what happened in 1984 was the one.
Yes. So
After the
movie,
yeah, so from the first one, which I kind of did like. I'm trying to keep it original the best they can, and I thought the kids did a phenomenal job.
Yes, I think what they were trying to do is let's bring a new thing to kids and stuff, but also bring the people that like the Ghostbusters in the 80s or
Yes, bring back the
90s
old
or whatever. You grew up in the 90s, you still like Ghostbusters, but
yeah.
so I think they tried to bring both generations into the theater, because if you don't know anything about Ghostbusters, you're gonna enjoy the movie anyway, regardless if you know anything. You know about Ghostbusters, you know what they are. That's all you need to know. You really don't need to know anything about the movie. But if you do, and you're kind of like a fan, and you're gonna watch it, you're still gonna love it. Because there's a lot of stuff for fans.
Right. It's why it's got to bring in a lot of people.
Yes, and it's doing good at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Making money, man, which I love. I love it because I want to see more.
Right.
Some people were talking about the females Ghostbusters being a different universe, and then this Ghostbusters they interchange dimensions, so they teach the females what
Mm-hmm.
really is about, and that would be good because then the females can make an actual good movie.
Right.
The girls, the females Ghostbusters, and they could
Oh, that
have
was
an
so.
actual. Yeah, but if they have like maybe an interdimensional portal or something, and they get to meet the original cast, and then
Yeah.
they teach them what Ghostbusting is, and you get a good writer, I think they can bring that back and make money because it wasn't because it was
You made it to the
females, and it
security
wasn't because
office.
of the actress or
See
the
you guys on the
comedians. It was
cameras.
because it was bad writing
No sign of
all
Alyssa
along,
or her kidnappers, though.
Mm-hmm.
which is a
In
bad
the early
story, bad writing,
1900s,
bad
the
script,
was
and,
run
and
by a
it
board of
flopped.
trustees.
Yeah.
Powerful guys.
Which is
High
why it
caliber
failed in
captains of
the
industry.
Yeah,
box
it's
Chairman
got
of the
office.
board
nothing
was
to do with
Cornelius
gender.
Wellesley
It's
of
got to do
International
that
Steel.
it's the movie
The board
sucked.
used the museum as a
Oh, I'm
respectable
hungry.
laboratory for
You
all
guys want to
kinds
go
of
get some? You
dubious
guys want to go get
activities.
some wonton soup? I'm like,
Mainly, though, they were part
shut
of a
up.
collaborative
Yeah,
effort
5 times or 4 times about one time.
They hired women from the St. Nicholas
I'm like, dude,
Rehabilitation Mission for wayward
Right? I
angels.
just
come on.
didn't.
Rumor has it the
If
board
for
conducted all
me,
kinds of
it
nasty
was a
rituals.
little iffy at the beginning, just seeing seeing all those. What was it like the him by himself? I'm like, okay, so you're out here and you're in a.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, what the hell?
Hey, buddy,
Like he
come
brought
here.
nothing from the originals, nothing.
No.
It was like you totally disregard anything and you just make your own with the Ghostbusters logo and stuff.
Right.
I don't know, it just didn't work for me.
Sometimes you can hit out of the ballpark, sometimes you can't.
Yep. And then this Ghostbusters Afterlife, for me, it was more like I got out of the theater, and if I didn't have things to do and money was not an issue, nothing, I would just get on a ticket, go back in, and
Right.
go watch it again, watch it a second time. I mean, watch it a second time. So that's how
Like-
much I enjoyed it. I wanted to see it again to see what I missed, and and I already know what's going to happen, so I can pay attention to other stuff, background things.
Right.
So, but yeah, I want to watch it again. I wonder when it's gonna start streaming, because I will definitely
Right.
stream it and watch it again.
I'll get the movie if it comes out, once it comes out.
I don't know. It's probably gonna take a few months before you can stream it, so or
Right.
buy it.
Yeah, I can wait a few months.
I don't know. Was your theater full?
Nah, it wasn't full.
Mine was about like 10 people in the theater, including us. That's it. 10 or 15. Yes, it was. Nobody was there then. I don't know if it's because of pandemic, if it was a Thursday early afternoon. The movie was not out until Friday, but they always do a Thursday, event or whatever. So I went to Thursday. There was nobody there then. And I really enjoyed it more because there was a really good fan of the Ghostbusters original with his wife and his little son right beside me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was laughing at the same jokes I was laughing because I'm a fan, and the kid was laughing at jokes because he was just new to the Ghostbusters stuff, so he was enjoying it too, and the guy was enjoying it, and I was actually talking to the guy, like we were laughing at the same thing because we knew what they were referring to, and it was fun. I love it. There was nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
Because my friend, I call him brother too because he's kind of like my brother. So he was there. He's not a fan, and he laughed at the jokes and everything. But there was things that I could not comment with him because he does not remember what the hell, But I did, and that guy did too because we were laughing at each other, looking at each other, and smiling and chuckling, So it was fun. I was glad that nobody was there. And then I know
Right.
some other people had experience that the kids were there and they are knowing because they won't stop talking and stuff, and they probably didn't like the movie too much because you got so many destructions to it. But
Right. I mean, it all depends on like who you got to entertain and everything else. It all comes down to
Yeah.
that.
yep, and it was very entertaining. It was a
Yes.
very entertaining movie.
It was.
Fun. It was PG-13. It's a sci-fi comedy. I don't know. It was overall fun.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't get bored not one time. The story moved along very well until the end when they rushed a little bit because we need to finish this. And thank you. It just worked. I think it worked.
Mm-hmm.
We need more, dude. I want to see more.
Yes, I want to see them make another one with the kids again.
Yes, I do care. Yes.
And this time
Yeah,
they
bring the same
pick.
people.
And this time, the original actors really, train them on how Ghostbusting is supposed to work.
Yeah. Or just help out a little bit. They're still young, but they can still do it. And but yeah, it'll be fun to see more. A sequel to it, and they gotta bring podcasts back, man. Lucky,
Yeah.
she was good. She was a good character and all that, but she was kind of like a side character that she was not involved in it as much, because she was side. But maybe now that she knows what's going on, maybe she wants to get involved. Podcasts, he get involved from the beginning because that's what he likes. He likes, ghost stories. I don't know, stories what's going on in the town, secrets. He likes history and.
Right.
So he fits more into it. But Trevor and Lucky, they're not as much as
No, they're more like
involved.
Right,
like we're just here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, by the way, I did load into Fortnite, and since I linked to my PlayStation, I have everything that I have on the PlayStation. I have it on the computer as well.
Right.
The battle pass and everything. Yeah, finally. So yeah.
You can get one pumpkin pie.
I got the Ghostbusters skins and stuff. Yay!
Of whipped cream.
I will.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Because I talked to your sister and she said she'll eat it.
Okay.
No.
The pie, if I get it, because Grandma's also bringing
No. So Deonta, when are you gonna go see the movie? Are you gonna see the movie? What the? Really?
Really?
Well, then you are lost. Yeah, maybe on Netflix. I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna be streaming it or where. I'm assuming it's gonna come to HBO Max.
Most likely HBO Max.
Most likely HBO Max. Yeah, start.
If they were gonna stream it anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. I'm assuming
I'm
HBO.
just
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Netflix.
Because if they put it on HBO Max, I would watch it.
But the problem is the original Ghostbusters and stuff. They stopped playing them on Netflix.
Right.
I think we got a lot of people once, Trevor got Ecto 1 back up and running again, was you just hear the ween, that's the alarm was, I was going ballistic. I'll get it tomorrow. This probably was the best thing. A lot of people, I gotta say it. Cause what, it's a hearse, right? They modified it to Ecto 1?
The Ecto one, yeah, I think it's a Cadillac hearse. Well,
yeah,
I think it is a hearse. I'm not 100% sure. It was a joke on the female Ghostbusters that it was a hearse.
Yeah, it was a hearse in the first one. You can tell when
I'm assuming it is too.
Yes, but man, you can tell for how long that thing was just sitting there. You can.
Yeah. So
like,
now,
God.
did they build a new one, or they went to look for the original? Because I know props they get destroyed, or they get sent out, or they you don't see the same props ever again. And of course there was not one Ecto 1 in the originals. There was more than just one.
Yeah, there was Ecto 1, Ecto 2. They had one for like a ship as one.
And the special, not special effect, but the if you have one that is the action one, there's lighter, so you can go in town or whatever. There was another one that is for the inside shots. They build 3 or 4 or 5 of them because that way, if they get destroyed, you can use another one. And it's like the swords that they use in movies.
Yes.
When they got a close-up or something, it's an actual sword, but when they go fighting, it's a plastic sword that is similar to that one. It's not always the same. Same with the lightsabers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm guessing that they went back and got the actual one, or maybe they just built a new one.
They probably did like
Because if you
different
know,
versions. Yeah, they probably did like different versions of it. That way it would be easier.
yeah, yeah. And you know, the director is actually the son of the original director of the Ghostbusters.
I remember hearing about that. Yes.
So yeah, so what
I'm
was his
trying
name?
to.
Hold on.
But yeah, but speaking of what, Harold Ramis should be coming up in this scene here.
Jason Reitman was the
Yeah,
director and
Reitman.
writer,
Yeah.
and Ivan Reitman was the original. But he was
Speaking of
involved in the whole thing.
Harold Ramis, there he is right there.
Yeah, Harold Ramis, there he is. Yeah.
More overtime. Guys, look.
But yeah, Access overall, very good movie. I loved it.
I enjoyed it from the very from the beginning to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And there's a surprise cameo there. I don't know if you realize or not.
Lock the exits.
Without spoiling anything, J.K. Simmons, you know, the guy that's in the Spider-Man universe, the one who plays J.J. Jameson.
Yeah, I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well, he has a cameo in this movie. We're not going to tell you what he does or what he don't do, but yeah, he has a cameo. And I was surprised it was him because I didn't recognize him until at the last minute. And then I said, oh, that be darn, it's him.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, oh my god, that is him.
Yeah, but he's in the movie for like a few minutes.
For like a few minutes.
How old is he? Let's see. Let's check.
My library, museum, and parade are all going down the toilet.
He was born in 1955.
The Ghostbusters
Hey, that's
are nothing
the
but scam artists determined to throw
Back to the
a negative
Future one.
light on you and the city and extort you for more money.
So it's 1955. He is 66 years old.
Both of you,
Wow.
right down.
Mr. Mayor,
Oh, yeah, he made an appearance and it was funny. But oh yeah, Muncher also. I don't know if you know, is voiced by Josh Gad. You know the comedian.
Yes.
Yeah, so he does the voice of Muncher, which he don't talk, he just kind of makes noises and stuff and laugh and whatever. But yeah.
this other world is crossing through.
But yeah, and Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is Paul Rudd. How can you not like Paul Rudd? You know, it's, like, it's just him, dude.
Right.
He plays him. Pretty much it's him playing the characters. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
just elementary particle physics.
We got a glimpse of the
But,
other world, Jock.
But yeah,
Ain't pretty.
I think
It's
that's
like
about all of them.
in the Bronx.
I believe so. Yes.
Whole city blocks sinking into a fifth dimensional abyss.
Cockroaches the size of polo ponies.
He's got nothing to do with this.
Cisco to come back bigger than ever.
What's Stan Lee on the Ghostbusters movie? What the hell?
We need to prepare the city for the
The
worst.
city's mine.
He's got nothing to do with it.
Yours. Now go do your job.
No, he didn't write it or wrote it. There's nothing. But that's DC Comics and Marvel Comics. This is Ghostbusters. Got nothing to do with it. Yeah. So, yeah, it's like asking Stan Lee showed up in a Star Wars movie. He's like, I have nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. I recommend everybody, if you have the money, you have the time, if you can do it, just go out watch it in the theaters.
Please.
Yes. If you have the, the meanings and you can do it. Because with all this pandemic and stuff, I don't know, but I would go again and watch it again. That's how good I feel about it.
Same.
So, but yeah, it's up to you guys, but I would go watch it. And
I
also
would.
definitely play the game that Blake is playing right now, because that's an excellent sequel to, yes, like you. If you can find this game and play it, man, it's one of the few times, or the last time you're gonna see the four
Yep.
original.
Speaking of
Cast.
which one right here, walking right beside the two right now.
Yep. The good thing about it is they have a new recruiter, which is you, just the player, and you play along them. So it's not like you play with one of their characters, you play with your own character alongside them. And that was a good idea, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like I said, it does hit you harder, just seeing the three
It,
and just not out of all four of them.
yeah, it hits. It hits close to town. The story hits close to town too. Because,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not a big fan or nothing, you know one of them is dead, and it's talked about in the movie. So when you see the other three reacting to all that, it's very touching. You can see, and they were friends, so
Mm-hmm.
you can tell. Like I said, I didn't agree with the why they're not together again or
Oh,
anymore. I
speaking
didn't
of
agree with
which,
that. I thought the
right?
explanation was so awful, but
Yeah, look at that
you
phone right
know.
here, Dop. A little RC.
Oh, the Ecto one. That's it. Yeah. Now I see
Yeah,
it.
it's
Curse
a
artifact, toy car,
it's a RC Ecto One. I wish we could find those.
remote control Ecto one. That Twitch. I went
I can
away.
do it. Yeah, it's 1989, created as part of the merchandising flood that followed the Ghostbusters' internal success. This remote control Ecto One was a favorite among the fans, judging from its occasional twitching
wheel
and wheel
spinning.
spinning. This particular car seems to have a run-in with a low-level precision.
Possession. Yeah.
Possession spirit,
Sprite.
right? Who somewhere else to
Somewhere else to be.
be?
A ghost was using it just to go somewhere. What the fuck?
Yeah, but here's the three right here. Well, yeah, well, feels bad that he passed away. It feels and
Yeah.
him and what was it? Dan Aykroyd? You said
Yep.
made the first one.
Yeah, yeah. Between them, yeah, they wrote it. It was Harold Ramis' screenplay, and then Dan Aykroyd helped,
With the
write it.
script.
But it was Harold Ramis.
He basically did it all.
Yeah, let me pull it up and tell you. But yeah, it was him. It was his story.
Shut up, Ray. I remember Peter.
1984. And it's the writers Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Rick Moranis. Oh, okay.
And then Rick Moranis wrote it.
Rick Moranis helped wrote it.
Huh.
I didn't know that. So Ramis, he died in 2014.
What was it like? Oh, God, I can't remember what it was. Was it cancer he
Pancreatic
had?
cancer.
Yeah, I remember it was
pancreatic.
cancer.
One of the worst ones because you can't do nothing about it. That's it, because there's not too many. There's not too much you can do with that kind of cancer.
There's really nothing you can do at all.
Well, some other cancers not you can operate or you can treat them or whatever, but the pancreatic cancer is the worst one. You can't really treat it much,
Do much with it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you don't know, he was in a lot of movies. Like he was on Groundhog Day with Bill Murray because they were friends.
I remember
He was
that.
in
Yes.
Stripes with Bill Murray. So, man, he's been in so many things. National Lampoon's television show.
There was a
He was in Animal House. Yeah, he was in Meatballs. Of course, Ghostbusters, yeah. Caddyshack 2, Ghostbusters 2. Voices on the Extreme Ghostbusters. Bedazzle, yeah, screenplay on Bedazzle. The real Ghostbusters, creator. That's as a writer. As an actor, here, lightsaber. Stripes,
Okay.
Heavy Metal, Space Hunter, National Ramparts Vacation, Ghostbusters, Ray, Healing Home, Airheads. I love that movie.
Right.
Knocked Up. Is it that on Knocked Up? Yeah, did a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to play this game again, man, from the beginning.
Right.
It's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
Tuesday, November 16th, and I watched that one. Camino. Also, another thing that I did do reviews and stuff. I was reviewing the Chucky TV show, man. Which, if you can, you need to watch it, man. It's amazing. And what? Some fans? On what? I think it's just like fan made that fans they got together and started doing it because they do that a lot. It's not official releases and stuff, but they mod the game. Gotta be that. There's a lot of mods, man. Yeah, I need to play some too, cause hi, bye, hello, everybody. What the heck?
Right. But yeah, all in all, I think the movie did pretty well, in my opinion.
Yes.
All right.
But don't.
Mm. We have been doing this for about. It's almost been like an hour. We did a review for this, so.
That's good. Well, it's up to you, man. Whenever if you want to do it or stop it or what, but
Yeah, I forgot to stop it here. That'd probably be a good stopping point there.
and we're gonna be playing some Battlefront.
Yes. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna stop this
come
review
join
for
me.
the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. I highly recommend seeing this with all your friends, the family, anyone who's a really big Ghostbuster fan, or people who just want to get into a movie and at least something to watch. This is highly recommended. I highly recommend
Beyond
it.
that,
But yeah,
go ahead.
if you guys have the time, read this. I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you guys for tuning in for the review of the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie, and I'll maybe catch you guys in another movie or game review. Bye.
Yes. Bye.